Okay, so today we're gonna talk about bronzer. Hopefully grab the bronzer collection where you can get the B squared brush, which is one of my very favorite brushes, and grab your bronzer for only $4. So we have 4 different shades of bronzer. Tanlines is for our fairer people. We've got Bella, which pretty much everybody can use. And then Heatwaves. If you are a little darker, you can see that it is red, has some red undertones, and this one on the top, the kind of orangey one, is Palm. It doesn't look great on everybody's skin tone, which I don't use it because it doesn't work with me, but it's beautiful on the people that it's made for. So you can do your bronzer down before your makeup or after your makeup, or a little bit of both. You can also use it on your eyelids a little bit as a base color if you don't have time to do eyeshadow. That's really nice. But I'm going to show you, so you know when you wear a black shirt and it will kind of cover up all your fat rolls, right? So it hides the texture. That's what's going to happen when you put a dark color down first. It's going to hide the texture of your skin. So a lot of people like putting their bronzer down before their highlight color, especially if they're starting to get a little tan and their highlight color is getting a little fair for them. But you can also put the bronzer on at the end. So I kind of start with a small bit of Tanlines. So Tanlines is our lighter color. You could use Bella. If in doubt of which one to go with Bella. So I'm gonna put a little bit of tan line, and bronzer goes basically in the same places as contour, a tiny bit higher. So the high points of our face where the sun would touch. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit down and then a little on my forehead. And then after my makeup, I will come back and put the rest on. So I'll show you putting the rest of my face. The high points of my face, and then it's also great to make your neck and face match. So I'm gonna use the big fluffy end. I'm gonna swirl it on all 3. You could do it any of them. And I'm just gonna super lightly, like you can barely see it. And I love our bronzer because it's cream, it blends with the rest of our makeup. It doesn't look makeup-y, it's not shiny like a fake tan. So it's really just like self-tanner that doesn't stink, okay? So I'm just gonna do that a little bit. You can even put a little in your cleavage, show that off a little. Don't have any too much breastfeeding after so many years. All right, and then at the end of my makeup, I'll go back and put it on. So let's do the rest of our makeup, and I'll come back and show you what I would do with it at the end, and then how you can use that as your lip liner and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so I've got my face done now, so I'm gonna come back and add a little bit of that bronzer after I've got my main hack on. So I've got my highlight and contour on. We've got a couple ways you can do that. We can squeeze this large end of the B squared brush and put it right down in my bronzer. And just kind of stamp it right in that area. So I'm kind of making a little C on each side here, and then I'll pull the rest over the middle. So that warmed it up, and I did use a darker one this time. I used Bella instead of that Tanlines that I put down first. So there we go. And again, you can bring it back down here if you need to be a little more warm. But that's where our bronzer goes. It's basically like contour, the highest points of your face, a little bit higher than the contour. People use, if you don't like blush, you could use just bronzer. If you like that, I love Bella or Heatwaves for that. So you're getting a little bit more color than the Tanlines. And then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna use my bronzer. If I can find my multitasker brush. I'm gonna use my bronzer to line my lips. This is the Heatwaves bronzer. Multitasker brush. Got a little too much of a point there. So there we go. Makes a beautiful lip liner. You can also line your lips with your contour. You can cheat and go a little outside your lips if you want. I'm not great at that yet. So, because I have such a small top lip. And then I like to add a little triangle here. Okay, so I'll spread that around, put it the most concentrated on the end. And then doesn't that make a lovely lip color? You can add a little bit more if you'd like. Or you can top it with something like whatever cheek color you're using that day. This is La Cienega. So I can top it with something a little shiny. Anything you want, world's your oyster. And then I'll need to go back and add a little bit of illuminator over the top of my lip, or even in the center, and that'll give it a little fullness. That's just a free tip for today. If you really want to make sure it lasts better, you can use a powder illuminator over the top of it. So some of our illuminators are powder. So I can add a little bit of that there, and it will give me an extra layer of protection so my lip color lasts a little longer. But yeah, that's our bronzer. It's that easy. It's beautiful. It doesn't look fake. Some days, if you don't feel like doing your full face, you can totally just do your bronzer in that area, bring a little life to your face. So you'll do your forehead, and then kind of it can be your contour slash blush, and then you're done. So it's awesome. Throw a little on your lips if you got heat waves. I feel like it does look the best on my lips. Now you can, and like you said, you can use your eyeshadow brush or your fingers and just throw a little bit on your eyes above the crease, and that's it. I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna go actually put my pink eyeshadow on today, so I don't wanna put that down first, but totally can be used on eyeshadow. So thanks for watching. Quick bronzer tips.